This is an instructional video for Preschool University Sentence Reading Magic. So here on the landing page, you can see there are 4 boxes here. One is for sentence building, sentence reading, sight words, and instructions. Here we have some other buttons. This is the share through email, Twitter. Here's a contact us button, and here also is a help button, which basically gives a description on how to solve the most frequently reported problem, which is issues with sound that actually have nothing to do with the app but have to do with the device settings. And here explains how you can clear that up. Here also is a link to more games. These 2 apps are the prerequisites for doing this app, and if you'd like something more challenging, you can go on to Sentence Reading Magic 2. So we will go to sight words. We will go to word scrolling. And here the words are announced and they scroll across.
Is, are, he.
This is basically the teaching mode where you're learning what the sight words are. And then for a little more of a challenge, you can remove the announcing of the sound, and then you can tell what you think the word is, and if you're correct, you can double check your work by tapping the word.
Of.
So in this case, they're not announcing, so that you can announce it first.
To.
We will go back to the sight word main menu. This time we will choose word matching.
And.
Here, there's an empty white tile, and the word is spoken. And that word that is spoken is the one you match. So in this case, and was spoken. If you'd like to hear it again,
and
you can tap the box and it will always say its sound.
She has of.
Tap this arrow to go to the next set.
He.
Also, each word will say
Are
its sound,
he to
which makes it easy for starting this app out.
are.
To make it more difficult, you can change it so that the words don't announce their sound.
The.
Just the white tile.
The.
Now they're all silent.
For. Is.
And the other setting on this app is if you'd like to change the completion sound. Now we'll check all of these on again. And that is word matching. So we'll go back to the main menu, and then go back to the main landing page menu. So now we will do sentence building. As you can see, there are 4 different categories here. Here are the 2-word sentences, the 3-word sentences, the 4-word sentences, and the 5 to 6-word sentences. Each of these is also further divided into different lessons. So here are lessons 1 through 6. Here are lessons 7 through 12. Here are lessons 13 through 18. And here are lessons 19 through 24. Also, there you can see that there's a shuffle. So if they click the shuffle, it'll just be a random mixture of all of these different lessons. So we'll start with 2 words. Lesson number 1.
Deb led.
So the picture is right here, and if it's tapped, the sentence will play again, which is supposed to be being built.
Deb led.
The words here, the floating words, can be dragged around the screen and then dropped into the proper tile to build the sentence.
Will ran. Will.
The words also will say their sound if tapped,
Ran.
and the tiles will
Ran.
also say
Will.
which word goes there.
Will ran. Rob cut.
Also, the punctuation appears at the end. As you can see, there's no period here yet, but once it's placed into the proper place, the period will show up. There are also a different set of options you can choose from. Here, the word sounds is whether or not the word tile will say the sound of the word. The word hints is whether or not the white tile, when tapped, will say the word. The completion sound is the sound that plays at the end. Announce sounds is whether or not the app will announce the sound of the sentence being built at the beginning when the picture is shown or not. And the lesson progress is how to keep track of all the lessons. We'll switch to female voice, and we'll also change the font to that, and then we'll go back, and we'll also take the word sounds off.
Sal ran.
So now in this case, when these words are tapped, they will not say the sound. This is for an increasing level of challenge if your child needs a little more challenge.
Ham fell.
And then the other font choice is for cursive.
Sal ran. Vic hid.
So then we'll skip
Jim
ahead a few of
dug.
these just to show what happens at the end. So after they complete the lesson, the sun will come up with music. And then when they go forward, it'll bring them back to the main menu. And this time when they tap on two words, the sun will appear in lesson 1 because everything was done in lesson 1. Now we'll do 5 to 6 word sentences. We'll choose lesson 19.
Bill sets it in the bag. The kids get on the bus.
And there is an option here where instead of the sound at the end, you can choose it to have the app repeat the sentence. So now we'll see how that affects the gameplay.
The kids had a sip. The. The kids had a sip. Jen can pet the cat.
Educational research shows that children learn best if they first construct their own words before reading words that someone else has constructed. Preschool University applies this principle in this app, having children build their own sentences before reading sentences. So we'll go back to the main menu. And we'll go back further to the home page. And this time we'll choose sentence reading. This also has the same 4 categories and the same lessons as well. This time we'll choose 3-word sentences. And we will choose lesson number 7. In this case, the picture is hidden so that the child doesn't try to memorize or read the picture, but instead focuses on the words below. Each word will say its sound when tapped
Gus got hit.
to help the child form the sentence. So they'll read the words, put them together in a sentence, and then after they've read the sentence, they can tap this picture box to hear the sentence and see the picture just to double check their work. So first they read the sentence, and then only after they've read the sentence do they tap the box to hear what the sentence is.
Gus got hit.
This also has some options here. So here, in this case, the word hints can be removed. So now the words will not say their sound when tapped. And this also has the male and female voice options and the font options as well. Bev got wet.
Bev got wet.
And same thing, I'm going to skip ahead here to show the finale. So after they've read all of the sentences in that lesson, the sun will pop up to let them know they've completed that lesson, and then when they go back to 3 words, the sun will be there to show that they've done all of that. So now we'll do 4-word sentences. We'll do lesson number 13. Tess fits it in.
Tess fits it in.
Bob got a cod.
Bob got a cod.
It fit Jen well. Bess and Val jog.
Bess and Val jog.
And that is the instructional video for Preschool University's Sentence Reading Magic Deluxe app. An app that can help your child become a better reader and familiarize them with 40 of the most common sight words.